Welcome, one and all. You are in the Video Game Lodge, and I am Mike, your host and demonstrator, and today I will be looking at the Tengen rendition of Tetris, the world's most popular and often played puzzle game. Now, the story with Tengen Tetris is somewhat well known among game enthusiasts nowadays, and I'm not going to give you the whole readout of it. But basically, Atari, who made the arcade version of Tetris, thought they had the rights to distribute the Nintendo Entertainment System version, and they did so via the only semi-legal producer Tengen. And they'd sold about 100,000 copies before Nintendo took notice of this, and they said that they only had the rights, Nintendo themselves had the rights to production on consoles, whereas Atari only had production rights for the arcades. Something like that. Long story short, there was a massive legal battle. Nintendo eventually came out on top, so the many copies of the Tengen version that had not yet been sold were disposed of, and the ones that were already out in circulation became collector's items down the line. Or so the legend goes. The most detailed documentation of the story that I know is found in the book Game Over by David Sheff, which is probably a required reading for most Nintendo geeks nowadays. I remember that I actually read it for a project I had going in college, and the story itself was pretty fascinating, but I felt sorry for the creator Alexei Pajitnov, who did not see the profits, personally, of his own creation until many, many years later, after all the legal turmoil had been sorted out, and his friend Hank Rogers, the CEO of Bulletproof Software, had been doing his best to manage Tetris in the meantime, and he brought much of the money back to Alexei when he was able to finally collect the royalties for it. But that's history, and I don't want to bore you too much with all the lore behind Tetris's creation, but it is a fascinating story if you're willing to read up on it. But anyway, most tend to prefer the Tengen version, despite how rare it is, for the fact that two-player competitive play is in effect, and there's even a versus the computer mode. Neither feature of which was accessible in the Nintendo distributed version. However, some people do prefer the Nintendo version for its admittedly nicer graphics, and it has its own pieces of music that make it sound arguably a bit more dynamic. But, you know, I'm just going with the Atari/Tengen version today, because lots of people growing up in the NES might not have seen this due to how rare the cart was. Actually, you probably have seen this with the advent of YouTube and all sorts of other stuff, but, you know, can't fault me for trying. This is a really horrible run I'm getting here, though. So many Z-blocks, and I haven't even formed a single Tetris yet. Oh, there's a triple, that'll definitely help. Yeah, Tetris is, like, I'd say 70, or at least 65% skill, and the rest of it being luck. Sometimes the random number generator gives you a lot of horribly unfavorable pieces. The most hated Tetriminos, as they're known as, or was it Tetraminos? I forget the exact pronunciation, but the pieces that you play with. The most hated of those is, for many, the Z-block, whose jagged design is very difficult to fit into most attempted constructs, and it comes off as looking pretty asymmetrical. I mean, with Tetris, you want to try and keep the gaps as closed as possible, but as you can see, my play here is going really, really poorly. Jeez, I'm not even getting good, L block to slide down the end there. Alright, well, we'll be hoping for a 4-bar before I get up to my neck, and okay, there we go. And it only dropped one. Oh! Oh, phew. That was close. Yeah, in this version at least, once you hit so many lines, you actually get a break, and you have these little Cossack men doing a traditional folk dance, which is admittedly pretty cute. But, darn, not a single Tetris. Oh well, they can't all be singers. I'm far from being a Tetris grandmaster. As much as I love the game, you know, there's some people whose ability is just far and above beyond me. And then I forgot that you aren't really given them too much of a break, as the Tetriminos that you left are still in the places that they are. I'm not liking how this is going, but I'm gonna try and tough it out anyway. Let's see. Secret is, if you get 2 L blocks of the same make, you can basically make a 2x4 construct there. Couldn't even give me the right type of Z block. Oh, lord. I'm also not very fond of the 4 squares, because they have no appendages to fit into gaps. So if he... Oh, that was stupid. That's frustrating. A 4-bar, arguably the most helpful of the Tetriminos, actually kills you there. I guess this is enough to hit the 10th spot in the high scores list, but I'm not very happy with my performance, so I'm going to try again, bump up the level, and see if I can get a Tetris on a faster play. Let's see... 4, maybe? The handicap also... Yeah, you know what? I'll put up a handicap to see what that does. It starts you off with part of the arena already filled in, so... There we have 3 rows that are already filled in with blocks, but... Thanks to the L bars, this gives us a little bit of an advantage. And here we already have an open gap. Huh. Actually, yeah, one could see that opening fill as a disadvantage, but I just see it as extra points. That's the best place I can really fit the Z block as of this present time. Building a tower in the middle, I hate to do that, but sometimes I feel I don't have much of a choice. That fits perfectly, though. But, oh, we're running out of space on the side. This is the point where you want to hope for a 4-bar, but I know that's bad form. Usually you really just want to do your best to try and knock down individual lines in the meanwhile. Like, setting up for a Tetris is a big risk, because it depends on the 4-bar as the sole key to its creation. And if you're not getting one for a while, then you just have to deal with it and not die in the meantime. Or, well, not lose, I guess. I don't think you can really die in Tetris, you just do really badly. Like how I'm doing here. Much as I like Tetris, I'm not as good with it as I am Dr. Mario, so I apologize if this is not very entertaining. Or if it is, and it probably is, only via means of Schadenfreude. But, these T-blocks are helping at least. Put that one down there, and another one, so we'll give it here. Alright, this we hope for doubles, not the most favorable place for a 4-square, neither is that, but we'll just have to deal with it. Hey! This is my favorite track. I'm not going to do that too much. It's going to be obnoxious, I'm sure. Alrighty. Once again, I'm trying to set up for a big point gambit on the side. Although my attempts to do so far have been futile. But it's not going to stop me. Ah, I was almost a Tetris, but not quite. I was missing something in there. Oh, crap. This is looking pretty awful. But we'll try and fight on to the end, and, no, it's Busto. What can you do? I want to land at least one Tetris tonight, if I can help it. Maybe I should try the versus computer mode and see if I can't do better. Nah, I'll raise up a level, but I'll drop the handicap. The level, so far as I can tell, mostly just affects your speed. I don't know if it affects the random chance of the tetriminos that you get, but it is definitely feeling faster, at least. Alright, I'm actually going to save that. Now this is screwing myself over. I will get a Tetris if I do get a 4-bar, but it's not a guarantee. I'm just going to have to roll with it in the meantime. Yep, see, the RNG is punishing me, and no 4 bars are in sight. So, if I end up losing, let this serve as a parable. If you try and shoot for the gold, you'll most likely be left with a lump of coal. Oh, come on. I'm not getting any... Are you kidding me? Oh my god! Son of a... just... The game is taunting me at this rate. Yet somehow I... Wow, how the deuce did I do that? I somehow got 2 high scores at once? Oh shoot, and I even botched my initials. I usually put YYZ as my initials because I'm a big fan of the band Rush. In honor of their instrumental YYZ, the 3rd track off of Moving Pictures, but, you know, this is about games and not music, so... Now this is about trying to get a Tetris now. Feel free to laugh at me for my pitiful attempts in attempting to go for the big score, but, yeah, as you can see, it's usually not the best idea to hedge all of your bets on getting a 4-bar when you need it, because I really needed it, and I did not get it. The game punished me for my arrogance, I take it. And speaking of arrogance... Oh, Lord, this is horrible. Oh, jeez. Okay, we're gonna try that again, but without the handicap. At level 9. Hopefully we can get something lucky there. Oh, starting out with a 4-bar. You can see the little stat graph on the right-hand side. It tells you how much of each tetrimino you get. That way you can be mad at the computer for not giving you a 4-bar when you really need it. Oh, that was stupid. Oh, that was stupid too. Oh, jeez. I'm just making a lot of Bush League mistakes now. In my mad drive to try and get a Tetris and not really caring about much else. Okay. Now, watch me totally lose. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, that was so close. I finally got a Tetris, and the rest of the board looks like a complete mess. Oh, jeez. Uh, well, hmm. Still got me the number 12 score, for whatever that's worth. Well, that was funny, but not necessarily good gameplay. I'm going to try and forge a much more legitimate game now. See how long I can go before I collapse. Ludumania, my favorite track. And this is officially a marathon entry. See how long we could go starting on difficulty level 5. I do not guarantee this will be an incredibly lengthy experience, but you can't fault me for trying. Oh, okay, I guess you can. Well, feel free to insult my skills via email at vglodge.gmail.com. And, once again, my attempt to fill in a long, tall gap is going completely awry. Oh, that didn't even get anything. Should I stick this out, or should I just declare a mulligan now? I don't know, it looks like we're starting to forge something here. Might be too little too late, but I'll try and keep the train going for as long as I can. Hey! Oh, I said I wouldn't do that. Huh. Alright, this is starting to generate some results, even though a little more than half of the screen is obscured. Okay, close. Okay. Hey, we're making the best of a bad situation here. We might be able to fight back after all. Although that reverse Z block right now did not do me any favors. Actually, I can't tell which one's the reverse. I think the light blue ones are. Hey, we're still whittling it down! Holy heck. Darn. Huh, I'll be darned. That was enough to clear level 5. Although I only get 1 Cossack, so I don't know if that means my performance was poor or what. But I didn't even nail a triple, so I could have done much better. That being said, I was getting pretty close to losing, so I don't think I did too badly. You go, little man. Alright, back in the fray already. Oh, wait, that's the wrong type of... Ah, shoot. That's off to a bad start right there. That's not good either. That's incredibly bad. Oh, jeez. And here we are again, going into... Oh, I completely missed that. That was embarrassing. I thought my play would have been better, but I've kind of been out of it tonight. I'm gonna point the finger at the really horrendously cold northeastern temperatures up here. They said yesterday that it qualified for a polar vortex. So maybe the cold is draining my energy. I sound a little less enthusiastic than usual, so I'm going to blame Old Man Winter for today and place absolutely none of this on my own skills, because I am an irresponsible man-child. But that's neither here nor there. I'm going to play a game versus the computer. Set it to, let's say, level 3. See how long this lasts. As with just about any puzzle game, whenever you're playing versus the computer or versus a human, the bigger points that you score, the more junk pieces that are going to fill up the opponent's side. But so far we're just bush leaguing it with a bunch of singles. Actually, I don't remember if you can actually combo bomb the opponent, but we'll see what's what. Very unhelpful point for 4 squares. I hate sitting on gaps like that. Okay. So as long as I can keep it low at least. Although I am clearly doing worse than the computer already. Alright, there's a double for you. Triple. It doesn't seem like you can curse the opponent with junk pieces. I know most versus modes and puzzle games allow that functionality, like in Dr. Mario, for example, and the Puyo Puyo series. But not in this case. You just simply have to clear out more than your opponent first. I think I'm doing more damage, but at the same time, my side of the screen was messier. But hey, we reached the end of that level, so to speak. Here, little Cossack guys again. Just take the remainder of my water in the meanwhile. After this, I can't really think of much else to show off with Tengen Tetris, and I'm wondering if I should cover other versions of Tetris in the future. But, you know, at its core, it still is the same game, no matter how you slice it. Of course, the most universally well-selling rendition of the game was the Game Boy version. I wanted to say it was a pack-in for the system, but my memory's currently failing me on that end. Whatever the case, though, the concept of portable Tetris for what was the hottest travel accessory for video games. No, I shouldn't call the Game Boy an accessory. I love the Game Boy very, very much, and what it did for GameKind in general. I'm just tripping over my words here because I'm trying to concentrate. I'm finding the more focused I am, the less sense I make. This is a problem I'm going to have to work around, but this is the third ever game I have covered on this, and I'm still learning a lot of how to do Let's Plays, so I feel my playing has been Bush League tonight, but not as much as my hosting, which is always floating in the amateur ranks. But yes, the Game Boy rendition of Tetris is the best-selling, and that's the one with the song Koro Beniki, which is the bootstrapped theme of Tetris. It's another Russian folk song, I believe, that was only included in the Game Boy version at the time. But, you know, the one that goes... I was trying to do that in the rhythm with this music, and that got disorienting. So, and I'm starting to run out of babbles, so I'm definitely going to cut this recording if and when this game ends. Although honestly, I think I'm doing better here than I did in all my prior attempts. Not much better, though. In fact, I don't think I bagged a Tetris, so I could definitely be doing better. And darn you, 4 squares. Oh, there's a 4 bar. Perfect place for an L block. For that. Oh! There's a Tetris! Bueno! Alright, well, I don't think I'm going to top that, so maybe I should just nuke this. Nah, I'm going to keep going for as long as I can. I'm wagering it's not going to be much longer, though. But yeah, I'm not going to just cover NES games on Video Game Lodge. I intend to take on several of the other consoles. Of course, the SNES and Genesis are musts. I'm definitely saying the Sega Master System as well, underrated as that one was. Possibly lots of arcade games to boot, and maybe some more current-gen stuff. And I might not even stick entirely to classic games also. There are some modern titles on Steam that I'd just love to cover. Hotline Miami being one, and I feel that would be pretty relevant because Hotline Miami 2 is on the horizon for being released sometime. The current rumors say that there's going to be a March release date. March 10th seems to be the assumed release for that, but we won't know until it actually gets to there, because Denton has been incredibly quiet with actual production notes on the game. But I'm talking about something completely different while I'm still playing Tetris, so that means I have well and truly run out of ideas. But on the plus side, another Tetris! Boom! Okay, I want to end this, but this is going a little more spectacularly than I thought it would. Misplaced the Z block there, that's gonna cost me. That could have fit better. Uh-oh. Okay, it looks like my wish might be granted soon, but we'll see about that. Say we can still get a single line from that. And, yeah, this is about to go bunk in a bit. Stupid. Alright. Okay, it looks like you can go again while the computer's still going, but, I think I put in my time. I've officially run out of content, and, that last play was good enough for government work, so I'm going to cut the stream now. This has been the Video Game Lodge with Mike. Thank you for tuning in to this not particularly spectacular Tetris demonstration, and stay tuned for more videos in the hopefully very near future. Thank you incredibly and very much.